Students, we are starting a video series on maths for JEE mains. It includes previous year questions and tricks and shortcuts to solve them. So subscribe to the channel. The first topic is sets and the wavy curve method, and expect at least one question from this topic. In each math topic, we are going to take at least 3 examples which will be easy, medium and of difficult level. So you get an idea of the topic. The wavy curve method is used to find the domain for an inequality or a system of inequalities. That means you can find out where your x belongs to which interval for the given inequality. First step is simplify the problem. In simplification of the inequality, after bringing all the terms on one side, make the coefficient of the highest power of variable positive for all the terms. That means if you are having 5 minus x, you will have to write it as minus of x minus 5. Then put an open dot for less than or greater than inequality, closed dot for less than or equal to or greater than or equal to type of inequality. What does this show? The dark circle or the dark dot should be included. That value should be included in your solution. Next step, put plus minus signs alternatively from right to left. For greater than or equal to or greater than type of inequality, consider the plus signs, and for less than or equal to type of inequality, you have to consider the negative sign. For even powers, that means raised to 2, raised to 4, you have to put the same sign on both the sides. The union of all the possible intervals will be the solution set for your given inequality. So, the wavy curve method is very important whenever you need to find the domain for an inequality. We start with the first example based on set theory to make the concept clear. In a survey of 220 students of a higher secondary school, it was found that at least 125 and at most 130 students studied maths, at least 85 and at most 95 physics, at least 75 and at most 90 studied chemistry, 30 studied both physics and chemistry, 50 both chemistry and maths, 40 both maths and physics, and 10 students studied none of the subjects. If M and M respectively are the least and the most number of students who studied all the 3 subjects, then you have to find the value of M plus N. First thing, in these type of examples based on set theory, draw the Venn diagram wherever it is possible. So over here you have physics, maths and chemistry. X is the number of students who studied all the 3 subjects. So in the intersection of all the 3, you can see you are having X. Then you have 40 studied maths and physics. So maths and physics intersection should be total 40. So it will be 40 minus x plus x. Similarly for other subjects. So plot the Venn diagram carefully. So what is given to us? P intersection C number of elements is 30. For M intersection C it is 50. And for P intersection M it is 40. This is given. Also for maths, the limits are given. It lies between 125 and 130. Similarly, physics and chemistry. So now from the Venn diagram, how many students are there who are studying maths? So it is M, capital M, for studying only maths, plus 40 minus x plus 50 minus x. So totally in the circle of Venn diagram for maths, you are having 40 plus 50 minus x plus x minus x. That amounts to M plus 90 minus x. So M plus 90 minus x lies between 125 and 130. Similarly, from the Venn diagram, C for the circle for P and then for the circle for chemistry. After getting these 3 equations, next thing which is given to us is M plus P plus C plus what are the total number of students from the Venn diagram? It is who study maths only, that is M, who study physics only, that is P, and chemistry only, that is C, plus all the other intersection elements, which amounts to 40 minus x plus 50 minus x plus 30 minus x. So that amounts to 120 minus 2x. So total all the elements in all the 3 circles together considered is M plus P plus C plus 120 minus 2x. This is given equal to 220 minus 10 by 10 because 10 students don't study any of the subjects. So that amounts to 210. First equation we have obtained m plus p plus c is equal to 90 plus 2x. Now, from the three inequalities given to us, just add the three inequalities. So left hand side becomes 285. In between, when you add, it will become m plus p plus c plus 240 minus 3x. And right hand side becomes 315. From 1 and 2. That means place the value of m plus p plus c from 1 in the equation 2 and simplify. So you will be getting 285 less than 330 minus x less than 315. Both the sides of inequality let us simplify. 285 less than 330 minus x implies x is less than 45. Similarly, 330 minus x less than 315 implies x is greater than 50. So basically your value should be m is equal to 15, least number of students, and greatest number of students, that is 45. What is this? These are the values of x which we need to find out, the least and the greatest values. But the twist is over here. Can n be equal to 45? No. Because if you see, you are having 30 minus x is the number of students which are studying physics and chemistry both. So now that can be, number of students cannot be negative anytime. That means if I put the value of x as 45 in it, 30 minus 45 is negative. So x cannot be 45. What can be the maximum value of x? It can be 30. So over here you have to consider the minimum value as 15 and the maximum value as 30. Hence m is 15 and n is 30. So m plus n is 45. So remember, this is the twist of the question. Now we will consider an example for the wavy curve method. Again, I am repeating, it's a very important method and used many a times, asked many a times in JEE. Find the domain of the function or solve the given inequality for real values of x. So the inequality given to us is 3x square into 4 minus x whole square into 9 minus x whole cube upon 2 plus x whole square, 3 minus x raised to 21 root of 2025. Now remember over here, whenever we need to find the values of x, first thing is 3 in the numerator and root of 2025 in the denominator. That is not going to make any difference because we need to find the value of x for the given inequality after equating it to 0. So first thing is simplify the given inequality. As I told you, 4 minus x is not allowed. First term should be x. So you have to write it as x minus 4. But since it is square, 4 minus x whole square is same as x minus 4 whole square. But the third term 9 minus x should be written as minus of x minus 9. And since the power is 3, it will make a difference in the sign. So you will have a negative sign afterwards. But in the denominator also you are having 3 minus x which turns to minus of x minus 3. So both minus will get cancelled. So now this is a simplified form of our inequality. So first thing from the numerator, x square means x minus 0 square. So one value which x can take is 0. X minus 4 means x can take another value which is 4. X minus 9 means another value, it is 9. Remember, minus sign has been cancelled. From the denominator, you are having x as minus 2. X can be 3. Then x can be 3. This is it. Now remember one thing. First thing is it is of the type greater than or equal to. So you will have the dots which are filled dots or dark dots. Correct? But over here, you should always have the denominator not equal to 0. Otherwise, it will have no meaning. 1 upon 0 is not defined. So x plus 2 whole square in the denominator gives x as minus 2. So minus x cannot be exactly equal to minus 2. So there I have put a hollow type of dot, not a dark dot. Correct? Similarly, in the denominator, you are having x minus 3. So when you equate it to 0, x is 3. So x cannot take the value 3 since 1 upon 0 is not defined. So there also the dot is a hollow dot. Other three places, it is a dark dot because the inequality is of the type greater than or equal. Once you have plotted the values on the number line, start from the right hand side with the plus sign. So plus, minus. Then it should be alternate, but remember one thing. Wherever you are having square, you will have the same sign on both the sides. Since x minus 4 whole square is there, so around 4 you will have the same sign, which is minus. So it will be plus, starting from the right, plus, minus, minus. Then after that plus, again what you are having is x, you are having x square means x minus 0 square. So around 0 also you will have both the same signs. So that will be plus and plus, and then minus, correct? So it will be of the type plus, minus, minus, plus, plus, and minus. Since it is greater than or equal to type of inequality, you have to consider over here the plus signs. So when you start over here, you can see I have made the brackets, the plus sign, wherever there is plus sign, I have just marked it. So now what will be the values which x can take, or the domain values for x? First thing is you are having plus sign between minus 2 and 3. And since they are hollow circles, not dark circles, the bracket is a open bracket. So x belongs to minus 2, 3. Union. Another possibility is 9 and so on. That means 9 to infinity. But 9 is closed dot. So it is a closed bracket 9. 9 can be included, 9 to infinity. One more value is there, which is 4. 4 is alone value which also x can take. So it is union the value 4. Correct? So over here the domain of the given inequality is x belongs to minus 2, 3, union close bracket 9, infinity, union 4. Next example is you have to solve the system of inequalities. The two inequalities which are given are x into x plus 1, x minus 3 upon x plus 4 greater than 0, and 5 minus x into x plus 2 upon x minus 8 less than 0. So now your x should satisfy both these inequalities. Let us simplify them. In the second inequality, since you are having 5 minus x, it is not allowed, so it should be minus of x minus 5. Correct? So it is minus of x minus 5 into x plus 2 upon x minus 8 less than 0. But instead of that minus of x minus 5, I will write just x minus 5 and change the inequality. That can also be done. So instead of less than 0, it will become greater than 0. So this is the twist over here. So your second inequality will be x minus 5x plus 2, x minus 8 greater than 0. So I have removed the negative sign and reversed the inequality. So now we are having both the inequalities of the same type. First, in the first one, which values x can take? X means x minus 0. So one first value is 0. X plus 1 means minus 1. X minus 3 means 3. In the denominator, x plus 4 means minus 4. Same way for the second inequality, it will be minus 2, 5 and 8. Now remember over here, both the inequalities are of greater than type. It is not equal to type. So all the dots will be hollow dots, not dark circles. Now start putting plus and minus sign from the right hand side. So in the first, and since there are no squares, so you don't need to change the signs. It will be always alternate, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Now you have to consider plus for greater than type of inequality. So in the first one, the x belongs to minus infinity to minus 4. Open bracket obviously because the circles are hollow circles, not dark circles. So those values are not included. Union minus 1 to 0, and next plus interval is 3 to infinity. In the second example, x will belong to minus 2 to 5, union 8 to infinity. Now you need to find the value of x which satisfies both of them. So now remember, this is again a twist over here. Minus infinity to minus 4 is there. But in the second case, x belongs to minus 2 to 5. Starting value is minus 2. Correct? So you cannot consider minus infinity to minus 4. It will be starting from minus 2. But then x belongs to -1 to 0. So when you take intersection of both of them, it will be -1 to 0. Union 3 to infinity, but over here you are having just up in the second one you are having x up to 5. So when you take the intersection of both the cases, it will be 3 to 5. Union 3 to infinity, 8 to infinity, but the intersection would be 8 to infinity because in the second case it is 8 to infinity. So basically you need to take the intersection of both the cases. That means the value of x should satisfy both the cases. Hence final answer is your x belongs to open intervals -1 to 0, union 3, 5, union 8 to infinity. Students, in this first part on JEE mains questions, we have taken the set theory and wavy curve method. Wavy curve method is a little bit difficult, so in case of any query, please put in the comment section. I will be happy to solve it. And subscribe to the channel for the more coming videos on maths.